This originates in a conversation that Jim Baker had with Mikhail Gorbachev in February 1990, just after the fall of the Berlin Wall. And in that conversation, Baker asked, would you prefer to see a united Germany outside of NATO, independent and with no US forces, or would you prefer a unified Germany to be tied to NATO with assurances that NATO's jurisdiction would not shift 1 inch eastward from its present position? Baker's words. And Gorbachev said that he would prefer the latter. Baker seemed to agree. But when he went back to DC, Secretary Baker was given an earful by President George H.W. Bush, who said, to hell with that. We prevailed and they didn't. We can't let the Soviets clutch victory from the jaws of defeat. And that was the end of not 1 inch. So when Putin, as he repeatedly has claimed, says that there was a promise, that isn't actually good history.
Well, actually it is.
Baker, if I may finish, it was something that Baker discussed with Gorbachev, but never became the policy of the Bush administration, because Bush never for 1 second countenanced it. Secondly, and this is a thing that people like Scott tend to miss, there are other actors in the drama besides Russia and the United States. The former Warsaw Pact members and Soviet republics had an interest and agency too, and they wanted to be in NATO. They did not want some alternative security arrangement for the very good reason that they understood, Lech Wałęsa, for example, the Polish leader, that anything less than NATO would not give them security. So this is the reality, that the countries that joined NATO were not forced into it by the United States. They wanted to join NATO, and the United States was not really in a position to decline their request. There was, of course, a heated debate at the time. There were those, George Kennan, for example, who argued that NATO enlargement was a mistake.